Hey, welcome back. It's good that you came back. I'm glad you're back. And what are we doing today? This is a staple for outdoor events, especially tailgate. We're heading to that season. NFL's coming back. We're into the season of graduation, family reunions, things of that nature. It produces great quality, low cost, low expense. And it's a staple. Let's get down. Let's see what we're talking about today. The good old infamous pulled pork. It does require some prep. It does require some prep. Like for instance, this silver skin. I don't know why my stuff is doing this. Like the silver skin. We got to trim this off. Let me make sure we're good. I know how I left it, but I don't know how I'm receiving it. That's my knife, that is. So we got to get this off. Now, I'm not going to waste your time and let you sit here for the next 10 minutes and watch me take all the silver skin off. I just want to give you an example. So, I got my bite now, and I'm just going to nice shallow cuts, because what I don't want to do is cut too far into our actual product. All this right here, I can trim this up a little later. I can do whatever I want with that. But the silver skin's gotta go, because nothing's even smoked, nothing's getting underneath that. Now, I have watched people do high and fast and sear or char that. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. So, and then if you look at the back end and all these little pieces, I'm gonna use my my other knife to trim, fine tune it. This is the beast. This is the beast. You got to get that off. So give me a second. I'll bring you back. We'll look at something I do. I'm going to give you a secret. Sometimes I don't give them up. I'm going to give you one on this one along with the seasoning. I'll be right back. I hope that wasn't too long. I hope you're still with me. So I got the major silver skin pulled off. I wanted to give you a quick example of some fine-tuned trimming I'm going to do. And then I'm going to, I won't say inject. I'm going to get something in there, get my binder, and then straight into my rub. Back down we go. So an example of what I don't like. I don't like this piece right here. I don't like this piece right here. So I'm going to go in and give it a little trim off. A little fat is not a problem. It's gonna render down, but you'll see when you're working with it, you're gonna see, like, I don't like this. You're gonna see pieces you don't like. Don't take a chance with it. Get rid of it now. You could be minimizing your flavor profile. Get rid of it. And I trusted my sharpness of my knife. And as you see, I'm sawing away. So as we end all videos, that's one thing I'm going to say. My lessons learned, don't trust your knife is still sharp from the last time you used it. So now I'm going to leave a lot of this on. Why? Because A, this is going down. So we're definitely, if anything gets rendered off, it's going to be this. And it's such a light, bright white that I don't worry about that rendering down. I don't like this little pocket in here. Now, what am I going to add to it? Before we get there, my old trusty garlic. I'm going to give me a couple of slivers, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it right into the meat. I like the long ones better, so I'm gonna go with those. That first slice, I wasn't too fond of that. This also is gonna melt down nicely. And then when we're pulling it apart, if you see any remnants of it, there we go. If you see anything that's left over, go ahead and pull it out. But no harm, no foul. But it just adds a mild, subtle something new to it. Let's see, how do I feel about that? Not this one. It doesn't have to be, we're not talking, this is barbecue. This is not brain science. It doesn't have to be exact. Get a few slivers up. I'm feeling good with that. And then you want to find your thick, and this is bone in, by the way, this is bone in. I love a bone in because it just adds to it. So as you see, I cut a nice deep slice in there, and I'm gonna push it all the way in. And I'm just gonna do this throughout a few of them. And I'm gonna go about maybe about 6 cuts we're going in with. So you got the idea. I'll do the rest off camera. Now, after that was a big piece. Let's get it in. Pause. Here's all our silver skin. Let me get rid of that. That's a mess. I just want you to see how much comes up off of there. We got a good, my presentation piece, my top piece is nice. It is nice. I would get a little of this in there, but the more, you can just get carried away with it. You know, it's still barbecue. Let's not get carried away. Let's not spend the whole time doing that. Now, if you watch my rib video, you notice my binder I use, it's a 3-ingredient red sauce. I'm not gonna go into what it is, but a lot of people love mustard. I don't, because mustard might be a good binder, but does it add anything to it? It adds nothing to this. This is gonna add color. This is gonna add a subtle flavor to it. It adds. If it doesn't add to your stuff, I'm not putting it on. I'll figure out something else to use with it. So I stay away from mustard as much as possible. And I know a lot of you, I'm gonna dip mustard. Nah, man. Put some time and effort into it. Put the work in. It'll pay off, I promise you. I was in a food science class. That was the last culinary class I took with Chef Chris. He's got a difficult last name. Oh man, one of the greatest classes I ever took. It was amazing. And it freed us up. It gave you a lot of freedom to say, well, let me try it and see. You know, we did some amazing things that I never thought was possible and blew my mind because I opened up. So I'm appreciative of it. Okay, so now we have that on. I need to switch out gloves because what I don't want to do is now I have to take my rub bottle upstairs, wash off, and all that mess. So I'm only going to, and actually, to be honest, I don't even rub mine in. I sprinkle right over the top. Uh-oh. There we go. I just get a nice layer all the way over. So that's enough of this. What good you've seen? You've got the basics of it. I don't need to sit here and leave you on record watching me sprinkle. Nah, enough of that. I'll bring you back outside. What I'm gonna do is after I finish, I'm going outside, prep my grill. We'll talk about that when we get there. Give me a minute. All right, excuse me. We're about 7 hours into it now. Let's take a look where we're at. Let's bring you in, wrong way. Let's bring you over, wrong way. I'm not sure if you can see that, but we got some really good bark going on here. Really good, moist still. I'll give it a little bit of spritz. I'm still seeing a little couple areas that could use some love. There we go. I'm gonna let it go for about another hour. Let's close this up. I'm losing heat. So I'm gonna let this go for about another hour, maybe an hour and a half. We're at about 165. I want to get it to about 175. Then I'm gonna wrap real tight, let it go for about 2 more hours. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Pull it off, let it rest, and then I'll bring you back in. So you know the process. Let's see the results. Ooh, it's been a long one. We have our pulled pork here. It's off finally. Let me get gloved up. I know it's still warm. I've let it rest for about 30 minutes, but I know it's still warm. So let me get gloved up. Now, what I do, it could be arrogance. It could be who knows why. What I like to do, I'm going to bring you in and show you this next step. Before I even open it, I put the fall apart test. And we're going to do it right here, right now, right in front of you. What I like to do, let's bring you down a little bit. We don't need to go too far down. So I got my bowl. You see I got the aluminum bowl with a little top. That's the best top I could find. Still aluminum foil on it. I like to shake it up. Let's see what we got. I didn't let you see my face because it looked crazy. It looked crazy. Let's go. No, let's get away from there. Let's get to what's important. All right. As you see, no foil's been off at all yet. And it did what it's supposed to do. Look at. And I had to pull the inserts out. As I said, before Army, Usher gloves. During Army, NBC inserts. Now, look at it. If we're going to keep doing this, I'm going to stop. I won't keep doing this. I will not keep. First of all, you see when I shook it up, it broke it all apart right there. I don't even need to go in and pull and tug, or some people got claws and some people got drilled. Come on, what do you know how you got all that? Because you're not doing it right from the beginning. Let's go back down. Okay, I've got some control now. I'm no longer angry and frustrated. Let me zoom you in. Yeah, let's bring you down a little bit. Let's zoom you in. There we go. Look it. I'm not pulling and tugging. I'm not straining and struggling. And you see the moisture? That's after about 14-hour cook time. You see the moisture. Let's check our bone. Oh, and then here's our bark. That's the texture for that's gonna be amazing. When somebody gets a little piece of that bark and you see the smoke ring, no, let's go there again. Why? I gotta do this every video. I have to do this every video. If you don't have that, if you're not getting that right there, that means your person is crock potting, most likely crock potting, maybe oven. These are all too easy. They're probably crock potting, maybe oven. They could even be pressure cooking. When you go to these nice little restaurants and get one of these, it's pressure cooked. Crazy sauce on the top so you can't even see, do I have smoke ring? Tell them, you can't get it, but tell them sauce on the side. And tell them sauce on the side sent you to see if I could finish the sentence but by not being so impressed, I do so. I can't get a full sentence out before I got another. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's bring you up a little bit and show you what I see. Look at the bone. You didn't see me clean, pull, tug, or anything. Fell off just by shaking it. We should have one more bone in here somewhere. Here it is. The other one. Fell off just by shaking it. The rest, all product. Oh, nope, there's the other joint. There it is. That's why I was playing around. There's the other one. All else, product. I'm getting the bone. My bone broke apart a little bit. That's how much we put in. That's how much work we put in. The rest, product though. UP, as we called it in school, as we called it in AACC, usable product. What can we use off of what you got? What do we got to throw away? Remember all that fat we pulled off? No more. All usable product. Now here goes the ultimate test. You know what we got to do. Let me take a glove off. I can't mess up my stabilizer. You know what time it is. It's the all-important taste test. It must go down. So let's get a nice little piece. I don't need a lot. There we go. Let's see what we got. You guys should treat me like I treat my barber. He's so good, I tell him no mirror no more. I don't even need to see it. I already know what it is. You should be in the chat box saying, don't test no more. We already know what you got. Oh, you need it. You need it and you want it. It's good to you and it's good for you. Let's go somewhere else. Why can't you have this? Why can't this be you? Let me ask you this. Why can't you just simply text or call or send a message saying, hey, let me get 20 pounds usable product, pulled pork. 24 hours later, it's sitting at your door. How much better can it get than that? Tell me that. How can it get better? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go a light little season over it. Go ahead and cut me up some coleslaw and make me a great sandwich. Now, what about, I'm tired of pulled pork sandwiches. What else you got? Throw it in a burrito. Throw it in a burrito. Wrap him up tight. Maybe even make you a taco. Get creative with it. Use it. Let it be there for you. Let's show what I'm doing right now. While I'm talking to you, I'm just sitting here doing this, letting it fall apart in my hands. No claws, no drills, no bits, nothing crazy. Simply church gloves and cooking gloves. We're waiting for you, ladies and gentlemen. If they could beat it, they'll call me and do it. If they could beat it, they would do it. You see the smoke rings everywhere just falling apart. You should be here. You could be here. Sauce on the side for all your catering needs.